Hello and welcome. Welcome in. Okay, as you can see here, we're gonna work on this emote today. It's gonna be a hard one, and I hope I set the music on and everything. Let me just make sure. Yeah, it should be running. We have the study with Miku playlist on again since it's a pretty nice playlist in terms of I like Vocaloid songs and it's spiritual. Since I don't really like having vocals, vocal songs in that much. Also, in case you weren't here, last time we did this one. It doesn't really work as like a emote, like as a tiny emote. So we only added it on our Discord as a sticker. So yeah, it's there to use. But I am hoping that this one will look a bit better in an emote form, since there's this heart. It should be pretty visible, and that's like the main part of this emote. So let's see how that goes and how we're gonna start working on all of this other stuff. But yeah, how has everyone's day been? My day been pretty nice. It's finally like yesterday it snowed. I kind of mentioned that on one of my tweets. That yesterday it snowed. It was kind of cold, and now the snow melted, and now it's sunny again. And I am just confused on the weather right now. Like this is not not the prime. Like I am already ready for it to be summer soon, and it's almost not even spring yet. At least here. Maybe somewhere else it's a bit nicer. But yeah. I think I need a better color for this. I think let's do a pretty dark color. I probably need to add a new paper layer. Oh, where's my fill tool here? Oops. I got it that way. Let's use pink for the line arts, I think. So I'm thinking, should I have a bigger pen in terms of the line arts? Last time that was kind of the problem with this one a little bit. Like the lines are not thick enough, or they could be thicker. Maybe 25 is good. Like that might be more visible for when you look at it from the emote perspective. So it's gonna be kind of tiny. Yeah, I'm like really ready for it to be spring, not spring, but like summer again. That means the school is over and everything, that too. I'm not sure what to start with here. Okay, that's better. Also, I have to see how, because right now I don't think my drawing tablet is the most optimal position in general. So I think that's gonna be 35. Yes, maybe a bit further away from it is better. Okay. Let's actually start. But yeah, it's been nice seeing like all the spring vibes though. Yesterday it snowed, but it is what it is. We will survive. All right, I didn't even show this one here. This is the third one that we are gonna work on, but probably not here. I'm not sure. It should take so long with every art I do. I'm like the slowest artist ever. Anyone relate? For me, like it takes so long for to draw, and everything is always a long journey. Actually, do the heart first. I think that's all right. So we get some lines in already. So I really need to check out like some quick buttons for my drawing tablet. Like for the switch from the pen into the eraser is definitely one that I need to check out. There's probably one for that. I think that's a good heart. Let's start doing them on like different layers. Let's also color the layers so I can remember which one is which. Because last time I was so lost on where is everything, and it was it took a little bit time off of actually drawing things. So I think for this one we can just copy the fingers like after. Okay, I'm gonna actually just go back closer so I can see. Yippee. Oh, that's pretty nice. Mm. So yeah, hopefully everyone's eaten and gotten hydrated and all that good stuff. Like right before this, I ate some food so I don't forget. Because sometimes we might I might forget and then it's gonna be a bit too late when the stream is over. So do not forget to eat and have snacks. I don't have snacks this time, but maybe eventually I will start having snacks on stream. Just haven't really had them because I think they might be a bit noisy. So I'm not sure. I think some people don't mind like mouth noises, but I think there's some people who do really mind that. So it's kind of preference, I think. Also, there's the heart. Let's get rid of the that way. Yay! I think we can just copy paste that on the other side, or maybe we'll try drawing it on the other side as well, so it has like some different looking lines. It's not fully the same. I made like some changes to them while doing the sketch. So it might be like that. Mhm. Right. We also hit 50 followers, which is really like a milestone for me at least. And kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit, but because I am unlocking like VIP thingies, but I don't know what do you like normally use those for. Like I didn't even know you had like VIP badges until like pretty recently. I'm kind of wondering what is the purpose for those specifically, other than very important person. So I should probably do like some research on like what people usually use those. It seems like there's like only a limited slot amount for them. So yeah, I have to research that a little bit. Oh, also, I think tomorrow we're gonna finish Metal Gear Solid since I don't wanna keep that on the back for. I wanna get into like some new games again. Like I was thinking of maybe getting into like one of the mainline Final Fantasy games because I haven't completed any of those yet personally. I've only played the online. Forgot what number it is because I'm really bad at the Roman numbers. Basically, do not know Roman numbers at all. Maybe should learn, but I haven't really gotten to that point yet. At least like where I've desperately needed it. Maybe like once I start Final Fantasy, then I really do need it. Seems at least something like that. That would be handy to learn. Also, has anyone seen any good shows from this season yet? I think it started recently. Like most of the stuff is out. I haven't checked it out other than sequels. Like I think so far I only checked out the Black Butler's new season. Had like one episode that they released. I'm not sure if the second episode already came out as well. That's kind of the only thing I've been watching from this seasonal. I heard there's some other stuff that might be worth checking out. I don't really know. Don't really keep up with that anymore that much. Usually I'm a late comer to the seasonals. It's like, oh, this new show came out. Okay, I will see if it's still relevant after the seasonals have ended. Because sometimes something gets hyped for seasonals, but then it's not. It doesn't have like this kind of staying power as some other shows. So then I do not really check those out that much, unless I hear someone else like talk about it after the fact. Which I think is alright because there's so many shows coming out nowadays. It's hard to keep up with everything, especially when a lot of the shows have like their own sort of fandoms. So it's you have to listen to the people whose taste can align with yours rather than some other people's. Like I don't watch too many shonen shows, so I don't really follow those too often. Maybe we do the hair next. Also, I can't believe it's already April. I feel like it was only just now like Christmas. Like time really does fly fast. Maybe a little bit too fast for my taste. But it is what it is. Maybe I just do that again. Even it needs to be the perfect line on the first go. Well, this one we can actually erase from here since this one, there's the hair thingy there that comes in. Nice. Okay. Also need to relearn like the pressure settings on my tablet a little bit. I need to probably change them at some point as well. A lot of configuring. Looking good. But yeah, this one definitely has thicker lines than the other one, so it should be better. At least for the emotes. Because the last one, I think it suffered from being a little bit too much like a actual full render of a drawing or something like that. Like they need to keep in mind what they're going in for. Like I mean, it's good to have like tiny details sometimes, but then if you add a little bit too much, it can just get disappeared in the actual emote. Mm, might have to. Oh, it's already at 100. Damn, that's good. Because I want there to be like some edges, not like that thin though, or like that. Yeah, that thin. But also, I've never like really made emotes, so this is like technically my second ever emote. So it's been interesting in that way as well. Oh, funny hair. Might have to erase that a little bit because it goes a bit too high. Like I was thinking maybe I should like use the what is the tool line tool? Like that could be that's like one option for emote making, I think. Then you at least get everything looking universal. But I don't know. Then you don't have like the tiny details in the hairs and everything like the pen pressure. So maybe there's like some really advanced line tools that do that for you. I think it adds some character to have like some different like line pressures everywhere. Also, I think for some other art streams, I will switch the playlist from this. I think 2 times is all right for this Sumiku playlist. I think after that I might do like or I might put like a lo-fi anime one or just lo-fi in general. One or the other. But I always forget this part of my design on accident. It's the most forgettable part for me, at least. At least I don't forget the ears that often, at least. Because if you forget the ears, then that's how very oopsie. Then maybe I should make this one also on a different layer with the hair, like the I don't know what do you call them even. Like I know they have a word in like Japanese, but I don't know if they like I don't remember what they're called. Like the funny hair that stands out. definitely had a name. Personally forgot though. If someone knows. No. Looks funny. It's like I think line arting is pretty chill, but it's really frustrating sometimes. Especially if you can't get the line to go where you want it to go. So I've been kind of contemplating on because right now I'm using a tablet, not like a tablet, but like yeah, a drawing tablet. I guess that's what you call it. Like one with just a pen and that kind of stuff. So you have to look on the screen. But I think for me personally, it would be easier to have a stable workflow to have a drawing tablet with a screen, like a proper screen. But those are kind of expensive, so it's not been on my priority list. Okay, let's do another layer. Now for the hair thingies, let's actually take that out there. Gotta watch out so it doesn't go too high there, because otherwise it's gonna look funny. It's gonna look like it's been cut off if it hits the ceiling there. So we only have a limited amount of space to draw on. I think that might be nice. Even though it's not quite the shape that it originally was. We might edit it a little bit. Oh, another thing is this one has like a very specific shape. Technically, I have it as a it's a separate part of my model, so I could just take it from there and just slap it here. But maybe we're not doing that. Like most of the parts I have from my model are like separate parts, so I could like animate them a little bit, like the bounds and everything. I think I had more plans for it, but I don't think I had the ability to make those happen, so I just didn't. Yeah, let's erase this here so you see how it looks. Yeah, I think it's pretty nice like that. Yeah, I mean, it could be a different looking shape, but it always changes. It's hair, so it can change shape. It's a good thing about hair. So these ears always like confuse me a little bit. I think we got it. I could just copy paste that one. I think it's good enough. Keep original. Nice. Okay, someone said that I should like make them in like vector layers, but I keep forgetting. Like, yeah, doing it in a vector layer would be easier, at least for changing the shape of the line art and that kind of stuff. I keep forgetting to do that, so. so we're not doing that. Maybe for like at least for logos and that kind of stuff, it's really handy to make them into vector layers. Well, I've only made one logo, and that is like the it's like I mean, I guess they're called logos. I'm not sure what the when you have like the name on the pictures and that kind of stuff. Like I've made that. Though I just made it in a way where I just selected the font I liked and then that was it. So nothing too crazy with that. Yeah, I think this one is turning out pretty well, at least for the line art. I never know what the end result is fully gonna be since, I don't know yet. I only know at the end. Kind of wondering, should I keep like the. Because I like drawing it in a way where I do this little circle thingy. I think we can just make it like this though. And then we can use this so we don't make too many layers for everything because it's far away from everything else, so it can be here. Hmm, looking pretty nice. Now just the other stuff. I think this one here still got the. I think that one can be thinner. And now we can work on the face. Let's do a different layer for that and let's color that one like purple. So we don't keep missing it for something else. The eyebrow beans. They're not for eating though. At least they're not Doritos though, actually. They could have easily been Doritos. So I'm at, because that's kind of in the way of the eye right now. Same with that. So we can work on this like without distractions. Also, I need to learn how to use because the layers have different properties. Like you can have a multiplier layer and that kind of stuff. I've never really figured how to use those. Like I know how they work and that kind of stuff, but I've never actually used them. Like they're good for, I think specifically shading, since you can just have a multiply. I think that's for shades, or it was something else. Not sure. But there's like so many different different things to learn on digital art versus traditional. Like if we think about it, like I haven't drawn that much on digital. Like I started with with uh with regular, so pen and paper, and then I only transitioned into digital, and then I had like a really long art break where I didn't do anything. So maybe if I just kept at it, I would already like know all the tools. As always, you gotta master like a new program too. Like I switched to Clip Studio Paint kind of recently. So there's been a lot of learning to do with that. Like I haven't yet used any of the like. There's really good model features that you can use. I've not used any of them yet. I should check them out properly because they're apparently really good for if you need to figure out how like a hand works. You can just have like a hand model, which should be really helpful since I always struggle with hands specifically. So we're kind of making sure that this eye is alright, so we can just copy it on the other side. Yeah, I think that's alright. We alright. I need to make the pupil in a different layer as well. Just put blue for eyes. Mm, yeah, I think we can work with that. And now we just do both of them and then copy and paste. Wow, that easy. Mm, yeah, that is good there. And then we can take out these from the heart. And then I think on this layer we can make the mouth as well. Wondering it's not gonna be like that visible from here. Since it's kinda covered by the heart, but I think that's alright. Mm, kinda trying to figure it out here. So it still looks like we're smiling, even though it's a little bit hidden by the heart. I think that's nice. Let's just make this a little bit sharper here. Hehehe. And now with all the other things. Yeah. I mean, we could move something a little bit. I think the mouth should be a little bit maybe to the left. Or maybe we just get rid of this part here. Mm, or here. It's gonna look alright once it's colored, I think. That will fix it a little bit at least. So we could just see how it looks if we change it to be a little bit somewhere else. And this one we're not gonna keep original. Why we put it really high? um, it can be there. We are going to it back when we have the. I think that's alright. Well, we can go back into it once we have some coloring in, since it's hard to judge without having all of the colors in yet. Mhm. I'll stick that out so it's clearer where it is. I think the eye here could be on the on a little bit on the other side. Let's move it. Yeah, that's better. At least I think that's better. And that's kind of all that matters right now. Let's put some flats in and then we can start doing some actual coloring. Let's do like a black flat so we can see where it goes. You see, I think where is my ice cream man here? I think it works if I just do it like this. Okay, I guess I need to. There was some trick to it, but I guess let's just ignore it and do it this way. Like now I see all the contrasts. So we don't have any coloring where it's not supposed to be. Like the tools I'm using right now, they could make it easier, but I don't think this one needs that many since we have really thick lines. So there's a lot of filling to not worry about. As long as it's like inside the lines, it's all right. Mm, yeah, that can be our base. Now we'll start color picking. I think we're gonna use this still. I guess here maybe. Dun, 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 dun. And just deepen it. Oh, wrong layer. Almost went to do something bad. Let's actually use a bigger tool, not that much. But yeah, when you put like the skin color next to like the really dark color, it looks super white. It has like a tiny hint of red in it. Right, I should make all of them into their own. I don't even need to clip it. Like they can be their own layers, so I don't need to worry about any shading. I can just use those. But this one doesn't have anything yet. The eyes. I'll also do the line art after this, like the coloring of it, not the full on line art. I should also make the because we have the hands here. But I feel like the heart will be really visible as long as it's super red. like it should work. So I'm so glad I got this program since the other program I used, it's like all right, but it was already super old and hadn't had any updates in probably I'd probably say like 6 years. So it was kinda at the end of its life. Like I remember there was a lot of moments where it just froze and I lost all of my progress almost. That being said, oh, I need to change the file format from PNG to Clip Studio format. So now it saves when I save it, like in the right spot. Let me get a bigger brush still. Yeah, I could use the other coloring options, but it's pretty chill like this. I think it still needs to be a bigger brush. Yeah, this is better. Right. I also wanted to talk about I need to like figure out what kind of games I still want to do. Like I know I wanted to do a lot of horror games, but then I don't have any horror games on my backlog, at least in a way where I have the games so I could play them. It's more just like on my wish list. So I need to if I want to play more horror games, I either need to find free ones to play or I need to buy some more. Like I didn't really plan to like do art content either. Like that was not really what I was aiming for, but it's been pretty nice drawing stuff, so I don't mind that. Especially since some of these are like things I need to do and get at some point. More like investing into myself with some art. This is always nice. Let's just use this. And then let's think what color the heart might be. And we can change the shading and that kind of stuff a bit later. Oh, let's make it red instead of pink, because otherwise it might get lost. We don't want to lose the heart. We preferably would want to keep it. So is this like doing it the harder way just because you like doing it the harder way? Like I saw someone post about how they do all the leaves and foliage by hand, even though you can use like presets or like brushes that have those. If you really wanna like skip the process of making all of the individual leaves, which is understandable. But I think it's pretty zen of an activity. And I think when you do art, especially for yourself, it's supposed to be fun. So even if it takes a long time, if as long as you're enjoying it, that's like all that matters in the end. Well, let's get to the line art now. Ooh. Let's do a tiny test with the. I guess no, no, we don't need this anymore. That was just so we can see if we missed any spots. The contrast. Yeah, let's start coloring in the line art a little bit. At least like the base colors for it. And then change like where it goes. Like this heart probably should be on the top. So we can change it so it goes all the way to the top. Nice. And we're gonna change the line art color, just making sure that it's clear for now. Okay, the hands. Where are the hands? I think for the hands we can definitely put them higher than the heart. Because there's only this one here that we need to fix, and that's really easy to fix. Just go in here and do that. Ta-da. Yeah. Color these in. I think for these it's gonna be so I'm like color picking from my actual model here. Helps a lot. Yeah, coloring the line art always makes things pop out a little bit more. Like especially once it's all colored in, so you can kind of see what it's gonna look like before it's finished. Okay, so here we also need to erase this a little bit. Just so we have the eyes pop out from here. So I'm kind of erasing the wrong layer, I guess. I need to be erasing the actual line art part of it. Hmm. Nice, nice. Okay, what is next? I can do the eyes in next. And these ones have like a pretty purplish outline. At least for now. It's gonna be a little bit less of a purple, but that's when we go back into it and make it even more like the general shading. But these will probably be on the top, like the eyes, at least for the hair. You can kind of see it in a nice way, I think. Like I've seen some other emotes. I think for them it's more like the head comes out popping from behind the heart. But here it's kind of behind the heart, simply put. Like I've already like done some window shopping technically for some arts I would or like artists who I would want to commission for things like emotes and like about me banners and other things I need for the stream. But it's more, as I said, window shopping. So it's just kind of something I am looking into, but not really in a way where I am deciding. It's been mainly like people on VChan, since that seems to be like the go-to platform nowadays. Oh yeah, we need to get rid of some other things like that. Like there's some excess that has been left from something. Like here and here. And where does that come from? Oh, it was here. I missed that completely. Yeah, that part here. We need to erase it from here. There we go. We might make this line here a little bit. Mm, where is it? Also, I'm also surprised how well like the because I've been uploading my VODs later on like YouTube and stuff. Like all the art things have been doing pretty well. At least I've noticed. That's been a common occurrence, which is nice. Just I have observed that, so that's also funny. I think the Devil May Cry things also popped up, but that was kind of my end to the my Devil May Cry journey. But I'm not sure if that's because I played it so close to the anime being out, so that might have affected things a little bit. At least I am suspecting that something like that might have happened. Since it was I didn't like plan it for that timing, but I think that worked out all right. Yeah, that looks better like that. And then we don't forget this one here. Oh, it's from this line. That one uses a little bit different of a color. We need to erase this part here so it doesn't overlap here. Hmm. Right, the mouth. Mouth. Where is it? Oh yeah. Here, here, here. I can't really see the mouth when it's in like a really tiny format. You can kind of see it here, but I don't think that's gonna matter since the heart is the main part. But if you have like the bigger emotes that pop up, then you might be able to see it. So it's kind of situational in that way. But I'll start doing some proper shading in. Like, of course, the line art is also gonna have something changed a little bit, but that's how it usually goes. Like for the heart, we can start doing the heart, the color. Usually, I like doing the flats on the colors first, and then actually going into these, and then using like we probably want a shine on the heart, right? Like a simple. I'm sure if we want to have like because right now it's pretty dull in a way. Or do we want it to be a little bit more pinker? I think making it really pink would be nice instead, actually. Like not too pink, but still pink enough where it looks pink. Like reddish pink. I guess. Mm. Let's use some of these tools here. Yeah, I think we're gonna do like general shine. Maybe with some different. Not quite that much, but like would it look nice like that? Kinda wanna add like some. Let's add the shine actually first. And on a separate layer so we can start erasing it a little bit. Like so we get like a shine here. Then we erase it a little bit so it's not as. Yeah, I think something like that works. And then we can add like some airbrush. Maybe not quite like that. So it has like a tiny fade, I would call it. I'm not the best at like colors in general. Always kind of been my weakness to actually pick the colors. I'll still kind of the same for the line art here. Where is it? I think it was really high. Yeah, here. So it's a little bit like that, but a little bit darker. Mm. Can also change it a little bit with some fresh. Okay, maybe that's not quite like that. Okay, not white, not white, but maybe like a really bright shine on some parts. Hmm. So I do want to pop, but maybe not that much. Yeah, as I said, coloring and deciding on colors is not my strong suit. I think it looks alright. We can like come back to it as we need. Yeah, let's move on to the hands maybe. Wherever they are. Or like I guess the skin in general. I don't think I really need to add any complex shading to the hands. Just more so the face, like especially for the blush. Like you gotta have the blush so you can add a little bit of color in. If I even got that right. Oh, I need to do it. Okay, that is doing something. It's hard to tell. I mean, I guess it's adding the blush in. And is it here? Not quite like that. Go at the nose. Why is it not really working right now? Worked for one. It's kind of funny. The weaker I brush it, the more it actually showed up. Let's just add that there. What? Oh god, it took a funkier color from there. Let's just take the actual brown from here. You can kind of see it, but not quite. But it's all right. The tiny nose. Oh nose. I'm also gonna add like the eyeballs and stuff, but not quite now. First, we can work on the eyes. I think once I have the eyes in, it will look a bit nicer in general. Well, I guess they're here. The eyes always give me so much trouble. That's why I have this one here. It simplifies things so much. Also, I have like no consistency on my art basically. I mean, there's some tiny ones, tiny things that are consistent, but then like the overall thing is not quite consistent. I don't know. Maybe I just do one of the eyes first, and then we just copy it. It worked for the last thing. Oh, hello! Thank you for the raid. I think you were playing Walking Dead, right? Oh, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you, thank you. We're doing some emotes for myself. I can show we did this last emote stream. You didn't change the category. Happens. That's one of the most common things to happen, to be honest. Yeah. But yeah, we did this on the last stream when we were working on our emotes, and then we start this one on the last one as well. So now we're trying to finish this on this stream, and then this one is just here for to help me try and speed up here. But let's see if we're gonna get to the third one. You're looking so cute. Oh, thank you. I am hoping that this one at least can be used as an emote, since the last one, like the waving one, was a bit hard to use for an emote. So we just added it as a sticker, which worked out in the end. But I am trying to make them into proper emotes though. So hopefully this one goes a little bit better. At least it should, since it's kind of simple to see, since you only need to figure out that it has the heart here. And that's kind of it. Looking good so far. Yeah, thank you. I am learning. Maybe in like a year I am really good at making emotes. Let's see. Right now I'm saying I am a very beginner at making emotes, at least. Since I haven't really made emotes before this. So yeah, new things to learn. So maybe eventually I will be really good at this. But yeah, how did your stream go? Did you finish Walking Dead yet? Yeah, quite a few techniques to make them look just right. Yeah, definitely. We did. I cried. Oh yeah, it's a very sad ending. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Devastating. Oh, well, hopefully here is a little bit chiller. We can try to recover a little bit at least. But yeah, it's a really sad ending in the Walking Dead game. Yeah, I agree. I remember playing that as like I think when I was a kid. I think I was barely like 13, and I played it, and it was so devastating for me. I will not recommend it for for people under 13. Definitely. Even I was like, yeah, devastated. But yeah, it's a good game though. It's a really good game. I still don't know why did my dad let me play that though. But oh well. I did not get anything except like a little bit of trauma, but no, not like the worst of it. Could have been worse. No, my eyes are always so weird to draw for me. I'm kind of, kind of, well, how do you say it? English is not good right now. I'm regretting a little bit that I chose these kind of eyes because I've noticed that I really struggle drawing them. So yeah, they're cool though, but I do struggle with them. So okay, let's see if this looks a bit better if I go here and change the color stuff. Also, I should really change the. Right now, it's really like, how do you call it? Where is my settings here? The stabilization is really high. It's hard to draw. Hmm, looks better though. I might still do something with the color at least. Maybe we're just gonna go back here. But yeah, how has everyone's day been otherwise, except for The Walking Dead being a bit sad? Everyone's gotten some snacks or like some drinks and that kind of stuff as well. Have to also remember now that I'm reminding everyone else to keep hydrated and to take some breaks and that kind of stuff. I need to also remember that. So I'm just not saying and then not doing it myself as well. But yeah, water is good for you, so you should be drinking and hydrating as much as you can. And also taking stretches and breaks and everything in between, which I am guilty of not really doing that much, but it is what it is. I am trying to learn. It's a ever constant journey trying to make sure that I remember to keep myself alive and healthy. Like, I don't know, it should be easy, but sometimes it's not. Probably a little bit relatable for some people. At least I've talked about it a little bit with other people, and they've said that it's a constant battle sometimes. I also copy paste this on the other side now. Keep original. Hee hee hee. But also, I don't know if anyone was here when I was talking about the weather, but it snowed yesterday, and now it's really springy and sunny again. I don't know what happened yesterday, but it just snowed and then it was there for the night. It was really terrifying. Like I was this morning I was actually hoping that the snow was gone. And thankfully it was gone. It was gone. I would have been so sad if it still was there after. It's not the season for snow right now. It's always for the winter. You don't have snow, but then on the spring you have snow, and it's the reverse. Everything's confused right now. But yeah, thankfully it was not for the whole thingy. Because I am already looking forward to summer. So it would be nice if the weather also was looking forward to summer. Because right now it almost wasn't. So we almost got scared. So I should probably manually go filter this out with some quick effects. You're not gonna see it because it's I am only recording my one of my other screens. So you're gonna see it now, but Okay, and we can start blending this here. Looks a little bit funky now, but let's see, let's see. Not that big of a brush, maybe like this. Yeah, bit nicer. It's like trying to experiment with like coloring and that kind of stuff, but it goes alright. Like compared to, it's already way different looking. But yeah, it's kind of what it is right now. At least they will be shining in the darkness. Might actually be better if we add like the. Let's go back to the eye layer here. Like if we add some darkness here. Maybe not. Let's start blending and see how it looks. I think we can work with that a bit better. But I'm never like remembering the proper technique for how did I do it the first time. So it's just I'm just doing a different thing. I think we can copy this one to the left. It looks better on, or like here, this one to the left. It looks a bit better like that. Oh, it's here. I was like, where did it go again? It works. I still need to add the whites on the eyes itself. So it's in the skin layer. So here. So we don't just have our eyes floating in our head, we have the white parts as well. Though it's a different art style to have them floating in the head. It's also what some people do. I personally like having the pupils. Also, I should probably add like some shading on the top of the eyes as well, since it is kind of covered like this. Yeah, it looks instantly better like that. We just use a different brush for it, so it's even better. I still like to mixing. Mm, As for the emote, it looks nicer that way. Just make sure that it doesn't start looking angry. We don't want an angry heart. We want it to be happy. Mm, it's always so hard with the pen pressure and everything. Or aligning everything good. Maybe I just copy it again. That could work. If you do not succeed, just copy it. I was kind of joking about at one point. I was saying how sometimes you can trace your own art because it's your own art, so you already drew it, so you can just copy your own art. No one's stopping you with that, or should not at least stop you since it's your art. At least I don't see anything wrong with copying my own art. Sometimes it's a good hack for making things a bit easier. Let's do the eyebrows actually next. If I just have the layers for the eyebrows, yep. For these, I don't think I will make anything too confusing. Let me go on the other one, not that one. Wow. Okay, back to here. Different tool. I guess I should add like the actual outlines for the eyes. So they kind of get lost in there. Or do the same as on the other one I did. Or I just draw on top. So it looks like I have the line art there, but then it's not really in there. Okay, let's actually do a new layer for this so I don't have to worry about erasing things. And we're probably gonna take this and put it on the other side again. Why do difficult work if you can just copy paste it? Or like why go the hard way? At least in this case. There's some things that you should probably not take shortcuts on, but in this case it's allowed. Maybe even suggested. Yeah, that makes it look like there's the, but maybe I will do some erasing as well. So we make them a little bit thicker for the emote format. All right. I also wanted to reveal, since I've been doing like a kind of a series that I started of doing fan art for other VTubers. I want to kind of share the, because I started working on a new one. It's not in a form where it's recognizable yet, but I am making like the overall like lines for it. And I think for that one, I want to make sure that we're gonna do the coloring on stream instead of the line art. Since for those they're a bit longer of a work, so I don't like to stream them fully. I like to have them partially streamed. So I can like show that out now. So I have this base here now for the next fan art stream. So I already decided who it's gonna be next. And this time it's not gonna be a girl. So we're trying out something else this time. So yeah, that's gonna be fun for this month. Let's continue on the current thingy we're supposed to do. Yeah. Excited. Yeah, I'm also excited. It's like I need to I need to like prepare for that one since it's a lot of work in terms of making it to completion. But this time I wanna make sure that I have everything else except coloring in, since I haven't really showcased my full on coloring process yet. It's mainly been line art and some sketching, so that should be fun. And then see how it actually affects my speed on it, because I might be kind of slow on it as usual. But we are a certified slow artist, so we take it. This is why I am not doing commissions, because then it would be it would be a constant battle with deadlines. I mean, I would probably keep the deadlines, but then it's always its own thing. I can actually just have that on its own layer, so I can do the shading for the eyes. Is there any other tools I have here? Ah, so pretty. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I am hoping that this will turn out into a proper emote, since the last one didn't really look that good far away. So also, hello, welcome in. We're chilling here and all that other good stuff. Same Vocaloid playlist as last time when we were working on the emotes. I will probably on the next one, when I have some music again, I will probably not do the same playlist again, since I need to give the songs a break between everything. So yeah. This one I'm hoping to add once we reach affiliate. I want to add this as a emote, at least, because I can't. Otherwise, there's not gonna be any emotes. Since I am not in the spot where I could be putting money into commissioning other people for emotes, even though I would really want to. So it's if I don't have the money to commission people, I will just make it myself. That's kind of been the mentality of all the streaming things right now, which has been nice. I've been doing a lot more art things and just experimenting on that sort of stuff. So no big complaints there. I think that's nice like that. Can still see the eyes in a way. As long as it works and you have fun, I think it's great. Yeah, I think that too. It's like it's been really fun making all of my own assets and figuring everything out for myself, and just you know, kind of being my own commissioner. It's kind of always been like that with everything I do. Like I saw some people had like a really cool Steam profile. They had all the animations and that kind of stuff on their Steam profiles and stuff. So I wanted that too, and I was like, okay, I will download Adobe After Effects, and then I learned some Adobe After Effects, and then I made my own animation for one of the art showcases on my own Steam profile. Sadly, I can't show that since it's on my personal Steam account, but stuff like that I've always been up for. Maybe let's not use that there. Oops. I respect the perseverance. Yeah. I think I'm also stubborn in that way. Like I've had some like especially with like tiny amounts of money as well. I don't know why, but I've always had like some interesting logics with that. Like a couple of times I've been like, oh man, the bus is like €3. I can save €3 if I walk 11 kilometers, and then I've gone and walked 11 kilometers. So I don't know if that was worth it, but I did do that. So I do have that stubbornness on me as well. Yeah, the grind, yeah. Yeah, let's start doing the hair now. I think the hair is one of the easier ones to do, at least for me, because I don't have that many like different hair strands or different like hair things like in the shine. It's basically just airbrush. But like if I like I've been thinking of like how would I expand on my design concept because I it's not fully what I wanted yet. Like the hair, I wanted it to be kind of cotton candy like, but also I wanted to look kind of like candy or slime like I don't know, or like rocks, like something in between like that. But yeah, like you know when lollipops have like the bubbles in them, and you can see that, it's like kind of like that. I think like what I would want to go for. Yeah, let's start doing the hair. Cute snack. Yeah. I would really want to have like a candy theme. I think that would fit me really well. Yeah, hair shine. This is like instantly done almost. I still need to add like the purplish orangey thingy here. Agreed. But yeah, that's like there's a lot of stuff I want to improve on everything. But it's like I can't just say that I'm gonna improve and then the next day I am improved. It takes time. So you do give cotton candy vibe. Yeah, I was thinking that too. Yeah, but yeah. So I think in terms of like because you know you gotta kind of know yourself a little bit to be able to kind of figure what you want out of your like kind of you know persona and that kind of stuff. So I was kind of going for like more of like a bubbly, cutesy character look rather than something too serious. Since I don't think I am that serious myself, I'm a little bit silly Cooper. There's some darker spots here as well. Too purplish. Just to be pinker. There's also since I've been like studying business and stuff, like that's not a secret, so I can talk about that. So like I am doing a bachelor's in business, so there's like been some class homework where you've had to kind of do an exercise where you try and figure out what you're good at, what are your strengths, and then also your own like personality. And I think those are pretty good exercises for a lot of things in general, like not just for business and that kind of stuff. It's really good for knowing yourself as well. At least I found those really interesting to do. There's also been some some like how to make yourself like yeah. It's like think of yourself as a brand and then make yourself like get your strength and that kind of stuff in on paper. It's been interesting, but yeah, I don't know if my school is the best right now, so I am probably switching schools, but still staying in the same field. Because you can get very different, very different teachers and that kind of stuff, and curriculums or whatever you call those between schools. So I think it's good good. It's good you have now and then a true introspection session. Yeah, it helps you grow as a person. Yeah, it's also because to grow you also need to know yourself to if you want to grow in terms of like it can be kind of because you have to look at yourself in a way where you see you kind of look at everything, but then you also look at in a way where once you see everything you're like, okay, what can I do to make it so it's gonna be more like something I want to be. And then you can take steps when you know what you want to improve on and what you need to improve on. Like you can't improve if you don't know what you can improve. Lipstick. Wait, streamer again. I try. Sometimes I think I say some really dumb things, but it's a part of the fun. Don't always need to be spouting logical things. But sometimes it can be good. It's, yeah. Okay, now let's go do some shading into the line art of the hair. More airbrush. Like I think that's also one thing. Uh, like I'm kind of glad I did not get into into an online presence like this as an actual child, because it's a very different approach when you're a bit grown up to when you're a little bit more mature in terms of everything. So you can always mature a bit more. That's always on the table. But like if I look at myself in the past, I'm like, yeah, I don't think I could have could have been doing like at least streaming and that kind of stuff. Like it would have been probably disastrous in a way where I would not want to. So I am glad it's now that I am a little bit older, rather than when I was a kid, like literal child. So I'm still pretty young, so I still have some ways to go. But it's a ongoing journey in life. I think so too. I waited a long time to start those things, and I think it was really for the best. Yeah, like sometimes it's good for to like wait a little bit until you're like you think that you're ready in terms of your I guess mental age in general. I mean, I don't think you can like ever be fully ready, but like once you're kind of like in the mindset of like, yeah, maybe now it could be nice, then it's yeah. Because like as I said, even now, I know there's still some things that I can grow on and learn. I don't think it ever really stops in life. You're always learning and improving yourself. At least I think that's kind of how it should be. Because you can meet you can literally meet like some new people and then you learn from them. That too. It doesn't need to come just from your own, which I think is really neat. I think this is turning pretty nice. I mean, it could be a little bit nicer as well, but like I think it can work as an emote at least. It's because we keep learning that we grow up. Yeah, I think life is an ever-ending road of learning new things and improving yourself. I don't think it ever stops. Which I think is it's really nice. There's never like you can always try and reach higher or learn new things or learn about others and that kind of stuff, and it's really nice. And it's also the world also changes in a way, so you can also learn from that too. Well, we have the same image in our mind when it comes to life. Yeah, that's nice. Nice to have some fellow thinkers like that. Yeah. Oh, where's the hands? I lost the hands. Mm-mm-mm. Where are you, hands? Fellow thinkers, fellow Final Fantasy. I can't say numbers still. I'm very thankful that we don't stop growing mentally. There's so much in the world and so many people to learn from. Yeah, exactly. I think it's a really neat thing. Like I think that's what being a human is all about. Like learning and growing and exploring and experiencing and all that good stuff. Like that's why I really love traveling. Like I travel a lot in all around Europe in general. I think it's a bit easier here since everything is so close together. Don't blame people who can't travel since it can be a bit costly, especially if you don't live in somewhere where it's just easy to hop on a train to see a new place. But yeah, I've been traveling like so much for from like ever since I turned 18, I've been traveling all around. I've been a little bit Mr. Worldwide. If you really settle in through stagnation, I think you have lost your humanity. Yeah, I can get. Yeah, that's not. That's like. Yeah, I mean, there's like sometimes you do have some stagnation, which is like understandable. But like having it for like super long is like really draining for your mental being. Like you need a little bit of change, or like just to like see around or like go on walks and interact with other people as well. It's more like a break, right? In that case, it would be fine. Yeah, that's a bit more like a, if it's a break, then yeah. But if it's like a constant state of in your life, then I don't know. That seems a little bit boring, at least. And that's why I am waiting for like summer and that kind of stuff, since I will be traveling again in summer. Like I have some plans for Japan, but I will have to see how that goes. Yeah, I'm still trying to find hands here. Where are they? Not there. Where did the hands go? Are they here? Okay, they're here. That's a bit too. We need to darken these so you can see the hands like that. And that's a really good color for that. Yeah. Maybe a little bit of the orange we had here. But I really just wanna travel and do stuff again. Since during winter, I just mainly stay indoors since it's so cold. I don't want to go outside. Since I don't really like snow, sadly. Not my kind of environment. I like when it's a little bit breezy, like windy, but still warm. So you can have like the nice summer breeze. Like I do like some winter sports, like I go ski sometimes, but it's not my favorite thing to do. Fall, my beloved season. Yeah, you seem like a fall person, definitely. And I also like fall, but that's mainly because it's so pretty, especially like in some places, but like here, fall is pretty much like it's pretty for like 2 weeks, and then all the leaves are fallen, and then it's really gloomy. So for the 2 weeks, it's really nice. But after, it's like yeah, the colors, the outfits, the hot chocolate, yeah, the outfits especially, I guess, yeah, yeah. So I like summer in the way that I can wear like all of my cute clothing, like all of my skirts and dresses. But yeah, I get what you mean, yeah. For at least here, but somewhere else is probably really nice. Since it really does depend where you are with the seasons. Some places have really nice seasons for all the seasons. But also depends on what you like personally. Because some people really like winters and they want snow, lots of snow. I'm just like no, no snow, thank you. I guess it could be nice if it didn't melt. Because when it melts, it becomes water, and then you have one night where it's colder. So then the water freezes, and then all of your sidewalks are literally just ice. And then you have to fight for your life to walk. So yep. So I wanna make the. I'm also already lost in all the layers. No. I used to enjoy winter a bit more, but the lack of light is really hard on me nowadays. Yeah. Here they recommend you to take. I think they recommend to take D vitamin tablets because otherwise you're gonna be really low on on that. Like it's a national recommendation. So I've been trying to do that, or at least trying to remember to do that during winter and the dark times. And sometimes you don't really see the sun at all, especially if it's covered by the clouds. So I'm still trying to find. I'm so lost on my layers. There are also the lamps or whatever to mimic sunlight. Oh yeah, the UV lights. I get to stare at bright light an hour every day to fight that off. That's that's literally the UV light thingy. Yeah. Yeah. I think here as well, some people do that, but more people do it in a way where they take some D vitamin supplements. So, where is this part here? Like the brown part here. Where is it? Okay, I'm gonna try and focus on finding it because it's very lost. Curse me, my layer optimization. It's like all the way here. Oh, it's all the way here. Okay. There we go. Was a bit lost. I think now I like went a bit too far. Like now you can see the outline of the face a little bit better. Might also do something with the heart outline, like making it just like more use more like black colors on it. So mm, I think it looks a bit nicer with the because now it's kind of blends in, but also mm, maybe I should not shade it with black, but more like brown. Let's go brown. Maybe not that brown. I don't know. Colors are hard. Because I want it to pop. So it's a bit easier to see from afar, further away. Probably also gonna add a little bit to the hair so it matches. Not like too much, but enough. Might also, because I have the filters, can use filters. So I can change either the contrast, or I guess the brightness is better. Yeah, I think that works a little bit better, at least for the. Let me do the other one as well. Yeah, for this. At least to test it out a little bit. Hmm. Or maybe it's alright since there's gonna be the background as well. Yeah. I think it's almost done, but we got fixed eyebrows. They're kind of hiding here. Let's just draw on top of them. I feel like since it's the weekend again, I should get some. I should get some snacks. I like to keep weekends for snacks. I'm a huge snacker, so I always eat some sweets on the weekend, or like maybe a bit too much too. I might have to kind of try and lessen it, or like change it into something else. Yeah, what is everyone's favorite candy? Because I love mints and I love chocolates and also wine gummies. But it's so good. Yeah, it's so good. I like snacking on fruits though. Yeah, I mean, I would also, but the fruits we get here, they're always like raw because they need to deliver them from all over the world. So we never get them fresh. They're always really greenish, and then you need to wait for them to freshen out, and they're never gonna freshen out properly. I love the chocolate truffle balls. Yeah, those are really expensive though. I don't really eat candies. I'm more of a dark chocolate girl. Yeah, yeah. I mean, everyone has their own preferences on chocolates too. Like I really like white chocolate, even though that's not really chocolate, but that's my favorite. I don't usually like things that are really bitter. Like I can't drink coffee. Coffee flavored things are sometimes really yummy. Yeah, let me. Maybe I will make the mouth a little bit into the skin if I can find the mouth. Okay, I found it immediately. Thankfully. Oh, airbrush. Not that big of an airbrush. I do enjoy the sweetness of white chocolate, but there's an acidic aftertaste that is always a bit weird to me. Yeah, they also, if you eat too much and if you like a certain kind of white chocolate, they can be very too sweet. So then it just you feel sick after. That's why I have some certain preferences on what brand of white chocolate I like. But I'm not gonna start saying that because that's a bit too specific, and you can only guess from here. So but yeah, think I've been around Europe a lot, so I can kind of have like an opinion on some sweets and that kind of stuff from all over there. I think a lot of the like at least Central European sweets are a little bit too sweet for me. At least, especially when you go to like cafes and you order something, they're usually a little bit too much on the sugary side. Like I like when it has like a hint of sweetness, but it's still savory enough where you can like enjoy it and not feel bad after. Hmm. Might do something with the eyes still. Otherwise, I think it's pretty good. New layer here. Oh, oh I still have the airbrush. I was like, what is going on? I was thinking of having this here, like the outline. Hmm. We can already see it pretty well, so I don't think we need to add that in. I have to see how it looks when it's like properly resized. I think it's gonna be about this size, which is like yeah, you can see the heart, so it should be all right. I remember when Okayu from Hololive just doxed the prefecture she was born in after saying one meal that she enjoyed. Yeah. Yeah, I mean when you have like the local specialties, those can always get you like really easily because sometimes you don't think that they're local, but then someone else might catch on to it and be like, "Oh, that is specifically from this area in this place." So yeah, I think what I'm still gonna do is change the shading on the heart just a little bit, and then that should be it at least for now. I see. I think like a little bit of that in the middle question mark. 'Cause she was like, "I like eggs with miso," and someone was immediately like, "Mori Prefecture." Yeah. I think Japan, especially like at least from what I know, they're very very proud of everything local. So they have all these local things that you can just get, and you don't really get those at least properly elsewhere, which is cool. I think that's really cool. It adds to the identity of the places, and you also have something to go and look at there or other than places. Yeah, it's pretty great. Like I wish that they did that a little bit here more, because now I think where I live is like it's a really culturally interesting place, but then no one really knows about things because they don't really advertise things well. Like we have a lot of things that could be advertised, like how Japan has all of the cute culture and like that sort of things. Like it could work here as well, but then no one is doing that sort of outreach. So then no one really knows. Yeah, I gotta be careful because there's a regional thing here. I love it will instantly tell you where I'm near. Yeah, that is stuff. Yeah, you gotta be careful. always, always gotta think about like, is this too much information or is this all right? I think it's better to be a little bit careful than not. Yeah, if I go to Japan this year again, because the first time I went, we went all over the place. So this time I would probably want to do more of the places I enjoyed. Like I really enjoyed being in Gunma. Like they have a cute mascot there, and there's some cool things there that I didn't get to also experience yet. Like I will not spend time in Tokyo area anymore. At least like in the like at least for too long. I don't think the Tokyo life was for me. It was really hectic. Gunma fans is so based, yeah. It's a cute mascot. I even purchased like a patch from the prefecture that has so much merch on display. So I purchased the like a patch and I sewed it onto my backpack. So now I have Gunma-chan on my backpack. I think we're done with this one. At least I am pretty happy with how this looks now. I need to still test it out before I can fully say. So it's gonna go onto the Discord again to test it out, but let me just save it as PNG. So it's not gonna show on the stream, but I am testing it on my Discord in case someone is wondering. Oh, I need to. Oh, the bot is really good. It just mentioned mentioned my Discord link, but it's not gonna show on the stream chat. But that's nice. Okay. But yeah, I found Tokyo area a little bit too hectic. Otherwise, it was pretty nice. There was a lot of things to see and experience, but it really is a busy town. A bit too busy. Oh, I think I have some problems with the. Did you do Saitama? I might have done Saitama. I forgot. But I need to fix something on the emoji. It has something it's not supposed to have. Okay, how do I? I need to hide everything. No. People say that it's a bit like Tokyo, but without the hecticness. Oh. Yeah, I need to, because I'm really bad at remembering names. I need to get better at that, but yeah. Let me just do it this way. But yeah, see, we went over the lines. But yeah, we went like from the Tokyo area. We went to we went to Osaka and then Nagoya, and then from there we went pretty down, and also we went to some gardens and that kind of stuff in not really south, but like in the middle part of Japan, but then on the top of it, like on the side, like on the left top side of Japan, like where you connect to South Korea. Like we went to the port town. Now let me see, where have I gone wrong here? Pretty sure it's one of these. Oh, it's the skin. Well, that's easy to fix. That's really easy to fix, actually. But yeah, there's so much stuff to see in Japan, though. You never really know what you're gonna end up doing, especially if you don't really plan your things outside of just yeah, near Fukuoka. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, like we went because I always go to like all the zoos and everything. So there was a zoo there. I think it was a petting zoo somewhere there. And we also went to the mall with the huge Gundam. Like it was genuinely so huge that I took a picture and then I sent that to my family. and they were like, "Oh, a nice picture of Gundam," and then I had to point out that I am next to it. I think it's at the Fukuoka Mall specifically. It's like one of those towns that you would probably see yourself living in, since it's not that hectic. But it's also like there's a lot of things to do, and it's like there's no like touristy things in that way. Like you don't get bothered with like people going all over the place. Like I think we were one of the only tourists in the area, which was it was nice. It was nice, but also I don't know. It's always weird. It's like you go somewhere and you're like, I am not like the other tourists, but then you are kind of like the other tourist. But like we went to Kyoto, and it was horrible. There was so many people all around the place, and it was so hectic that I was just like, let's not. Let's get away from here. And then we just went all around the tinier parts of. Like, isn't that where the Kitsune shrine thingy is, like with the Torii gates? Like, who enjoys climbing Mount Fuji nowadays? That was kind of something we wanted to do, but then we didn't end up doing since it was not the season yet. But yeah, less crowded places are always nicer since you can take a breather, look at things around, kind of see how locals are doing things. Because especially Kyoto, like in the old district, it's so full of people, especially since we went during spring, which you should probably do once and then never again. Like spring is really nice in Japan, but it's really hectic. There's so many people all around. So yep. Okay, let me now try this again. Test the heart. Oh, you did Hanami? Yeah, we did Hanami. It was really pretty. Like I would recommend people to do it at least once, but I also know that it's the most popular time in Japan in general. So it's also like it's hard to recommend, but it's also like yeah, you kind of have to. Yeah. So I fixed the emoji now, and I gotta see if it works on. Yeah, I think it works. I think this works pretty nicely. At least you can see that it's a heart and it's me holding the heart. So this is now done. And that took us 2 hours. Not bad. Not bad. We can start doing this. Wow. So now we have three emojis. Well, one of them is a sticker, but yeah. At least they're still like you can tell they're drawn by the same person. At least that much consistency I do have. But also, I don't know if you saw this one, Miyabi. It's another one for my fan art month. I'm not telling who it is yet, but this is like the base I'm working on. So, but now let's start doing this one here. I already have like the just like a really quick sketch here, like on top. I need to make it better, but yeah. No, I didn't see it. I like the pose. Yeah, yeah. It's like a thinking while reading the book. It's like, hmm. So yeah, I'm gonna work on that sometime later this month, since I want to do one for every month. At least that's my goals. I think it's a nice way of giving back to the community with what I can do, and it also helps me get back into drawing a bit more properly. Also, where did my I was like, where did my because it's so huge now. Oh yeah, But yeah, those kind of chippies and stuff has been the most I've had, most fun I've had drawing in so long. So I would want to continue doing them for every month, at least like as much as I can. Yeah, this one was just a really quick sketch, so we need to change the hair at least a little bit. It's not quite my hair yet. I'm glad you're having a lot of fun. It's really nice to see you work as well. Oh yeah, that's good. I personally don't really watch people draw that often, so for me, I don't really see the overall like at least like the whole appeal of it. But it's nice that people are having fun too. But I am more on the opinion that it's more fun to draw myself than to what others draw. But different things for different people. I do sometimes tune into some people drawing things since it's nice to chat around at least. It's very soothing, I think. Oh yeah. I can see that. I can see that. Like there's nothing too crazy going on. It's mainly just chatting and some chill music. At least that's what I've noticed. So yeah, I can kind of see that, yeah. You have the prime vibes. All the vibes. So maybe before I start doing this again, I will take a small stretch. I'm probably not gonna do a BRB, but just stretching and some drink. Oh man, I always have such a difficult time with drawing hands. That's why they're so detailed in this one. And also on this one, like you can see where I put the most of my time into. It's always the fingers. It's always the fingers. There's so many joints in fingers and hands in general. They can they're kind of like the biggest problem of all time, yeah. But it's like if drawing a body is hard, then I think drawing fingers and stuff is kind of like drawing the body all over again. If that's a good metaphor for it. This I kind of feel like that fits my look on it. The same with posing. Oftentimes I need to. I mean, it's healthy to look at references, but oftentimes I don't find the proper reference, so I need to I need to pose for my own art. Especially if you want like a certain angle and you don't know how it works, and then you need to figure it out. Like the smallest mistake will make everything look so weird. Yeah. I think it's also because you see hands all the time. Like they're literally attached to you. You use them all every day optimally for almost everything you do. So you see them every day. So you know what hands look like. So when someone draws a hand or you draw a hand, if it's even slightly wrong, you're gonna notice that because, you're so used to seeing your own hands. And so, it's so funny when you see that artist is concealing the hands in the sketch because they don't want to bother with them. Yeah, it's like a sensor bar on them. Yeah. Or you do the thing as a lot of kids do, or people who are starting their art journey. They have the hands behind the character, or they have like the pose where the hands are like crossed together, like this way, so you don't see the hands because they're all going into the armpits. I see that a lot. I see that a lot, but it's like, yeah, I get the pain. That's what I do when I sketch. Yeah. I mean, not all. you can't always be bothering with the hands because it takes so much time, but it's an ongoing journey with the hands. Like I think a lot of people are the same with the hands. Definitely the most common struggle ever. Time to make the sleeves just long enough to cover the hands. That too. That too. That's one classic way of doing it as well. Or you make a bust, like how my character is right now. I have no hands. I'm wondering if this is like. This is a bit wider, I think. At least feels wider. But yeah, thankfully, I feel like if you were to make feet, it would also be really hard. But that's why socks and shoes are really nice. But at least you can't really cover your hands with socks. Well, if you have mittens, then yeah. But but at least with the feet and stuff, you can always like hide the toes. I would think that those are also like really hard to draw. I've never drawn proper toes. And it's like, what? Oh, if you start drawing toes and stuff, it can get a little bit weird. Like if you specifically want to practice toes and that kind of stuff, it can look a bit funny. So you don't really have that many opportunities to practice those. Yeah, I wanted to say that the less resources to practice, so it feels instinctively harder. Yeah, like of course, like if you don't have any experience drawing something, it's gonna be harder to draw something since you need to start studying what you're drawing. But if you've drawn something so many times that you can almost do it blind, then it's gonna be easier because you can just do it. You don't need to go and search all the materials you need for just starting. So I thought it's funny for me, like this part of my hair. At first, I was kind of thinking of just having short hair, because these looked kind of like wings. But then decided that I want longer hair. Also, now since there's some familiar faces here, I could say publicly that I am probably starting to get comfortable enough that if anyone does want to reach out to me, I would be up for planning something together as well. Not forcing, but like just announcing it. In general, like I've been doing this now for a little bit over a month, so I think I've been getting a little bit comfortable and that kind of stuff. At least now I've not had any anxiety pressing the start streaming button, which has been really nice. Like it's just kind of starting to feel a bit natural to be like, okay, I will start my stream and then I go in and that's it. But yeah, the more I do it, the more easier it gets, which is like super nice. We should plan that at some point, especially since we all have similar time slots here. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Definitely. For like my DMs are open for mutuals at least, so maybe for this we can also add the hair here. Like I always have some ideas, but I'm not gonna publicly start saying them and throwing them around, but I do have ideas. I have concepts of a plan. But yeah, that is more something that it should be left off like after the stream. But I am just more so just publicly getting it out there. So hmm, the ears next. Like, am I happy enough with the? Yeah, I guess we can make it that way. This one will have huge ears. All the other ones had like they were like kind of tiny, like in the background. This one has really big ears. I already kind of mentioned it, but I really want to make a toggle for my ears, where if you do like a redeem for something, they would grow bigger for at least like like a while, because they are a separate asset, so they could be made bigger every time. Maybe for like some endurance thing or something like that, you know. But I was thinking of just having like a time thingy where it's like make my ears grow for like 5 minutes and then they go back to normal. I think that could be pretty popular. Why was just hmm? At least the eyebrows. Funny ideas are always very good. Yeah, because people love to have fun, especially if it's just like something a little bit something that you're not gonna expect that often. It's just like pop, and then I have huge ears. I'm thinking if I take these and add these here. Okay, now it came with the without the where is it? Yeah, this too. I keep putting it on that one actually. Okay, okay. What if? Oh, get the whole package. It fits perfectly. This is just a shortcut. Shortcut. Let's get rid of the mouth from here. I think we want to have it different. The eyebrows also didn't come with, but that's a small thing. We might also copy the actual eyeball, or maybe not quite, because we want the shining. We want it to shine here. But I think the eyebrows itself, those are good to do this way. Right. I also want to get some throwables at some point. I think that would be funny. Like you can throw some stuff at me. Like I have like a lot of things written out on like a small notepad, which are just plans for the future, things I want to do, things I should probably get, and things I should set up, and that kind of stuff. So I don't forget, because otherwise I would forget. There's so many ideas constantly in my head. So sometimes it's really empty. Never know. Where does the inner eye come from? Okay, what is this? Oh, that's that. Oh, it's here. Oh. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Now I gotta figure out which one is which. Okay, maybe I. Okay, let's do that. I need to take the whole eye with me. It's also interesting when you go look at what everyone else is doing. You can get some inspiration for what you could be doing, or just things that are like, oh, that's super cool. I want to also have that, or something similar, at least. As long as it's not like full on just the same thing, because that's a bit, yeah. Oh, we already have the eyes here. Also, I'm definitely changing my hydration reminder to be like a claimable thing rather than in the chat. I think that's like a thing I would want to change. Because right now I have multiple things going on the streamer bot. Like I have the Discord notification thingy, and then I have the socials, and then the hydration thing. So it would be one less thing there. Trying to get better and do new things by experimenting together is probably the most interesting part of streaming, and everything else for me. Yeah, because it's like you're a community in the end, so you can take inspiration and learn from others and that kind of things. It's like it's kind of the spirit of things. I'm just erasing the other eye so I only need to focus on one of them. Just removing that layer there. Yeah, I'm gonna just make it like that. So I don't have to have full on same people since they're a little bit different, since this one has to have a shine in them. Oh, it's here. Stare into the eyes. It looks funny when there's like nothing else. But yeah, these eyes will definitely have like a eye sparkle, like the wow. Also, right, Miyabi, you hit the affiliate, so now you have a lot of things to configure. Hopefully, all that goes well. Since there's probably like so much stuff to, like you were saying, especially with paperwork and that kind of stuff as well. Paperwork probably the worst. I've had to deal with some paperwork at some points in my life, and it's always been a horrible, horrible experience. The tax thingy first, yeah. Especially since there's some rulings that you never knew, and then you go read them, and you're just like, yeah, okay. I'll think about what I want to do with emotes, yeah. Lots of stuff, yeah. But I am cheering for you. Hopefully everything goes smoothly, or at least without too much scuff. Or at least bad scuff. Small stuff is kind of inevitable at some point, so. I have like a bunch of empty layers here. I'm sure it will. I'm cheering for you as well since you're almost there. I'm sure, yeah. I mean, we're kind of close. We're kind of close. We already hit like almost all of the milestones. We just need to have the average viewership a bit up. But I think if things continue like they have been for this month, it will be achievable maybe soon. But I will see about that. Well, then I will definitely have to take like a maintenance break for setting everything up most likely. Yeah, yeah. Because there's a lot of things that you can do once you do that. Since you have the channel points, I am probably most looking forward to the channel points outside of everything else. Like that is what I am waiting for. Like I just want to try and make it more fun for everyone, and that will enable me to make things even more fun. At least I hope it would be fun. What I have planned. But also, I don't think you were here when I was talking about. I think I unlocked VIP badges, and I've been like wondering what those are. What do you do with those? Because I've seen like some talk about them, but I haven't really. Congratulations! I mean, I don't know what they are for. I just suddenly noticed that they just appeared, and I'm like, okay, what do I do with these? Because I don't know. But yeah, I was thinking of like maybe using them for like mutual streamers maybe. But I don't think I want to have them as yeah, usually given to people you trust. Yeah. You can put people as VIP and they have a little badge and they can talk in sub only or slow mode chat without restrictions, I think. Oh, okay, okay. But yeah, I was kind of thinking of maybe leaving it for specifically other streamers who are mutuals. So it's a bit easier to be like, oh, that's them in the chat. So that's like one option for me since I don't think I want to just give them out to just anyone. Like there's some I think I read somewhere there someone uses them for like a redeem thingy where if you have enough channel points you can become a VIP. But I think that's a bit, I don't know. It's not what I would want to do with them. Yeah, I tend to agree with you. It becomes a bit meaningless that way. My distrust in others could never. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, it's like I never even knew that there was VIP badges. Like I am completely. I'm kind of new to Twitch in general. Like I had a Twitch phase at one point when I was younger, and now it's only been the real time when I start to go back into Twitch. Like I've probably had a break of 8 or something years. I'm called elsewhere, but thank you for the stream and good luck with the rest of the drawing. Have a good evening, May and the same. Yeah, yeah, no worries, no worries. Thank you for being here and chatting. It's always nice, always nice. Yeah, take care and see you eventually at some point, either in your chat or somewhere else. Yay! I have to also see like when I wanna end this stream as well, but I think we still have like some 20 minutes or so that I can still go. Might wanna have a movie night tonight, so at least for my own, not like a stream thingy, but just for my own self. I just give VIP to other streamers. I'm good on good terms with. Yeah, I was kind of thinking of doing that as well, since it's a bit easier to spot them in the chat that way. Because sometimes some people have similar name colors or similar names in general. It can be a bit hard to spot them. I mean, this looks kind of creepy, like the eyes, but we were gonna work on it. But also, yep, yeah. Yeah, it's probably, I don't have dyslexia. At least I don't think I have dyslexia, so it might be a bit harder for you because of that too. Yeah, didn't even think that. Like if someone has the same color, it can be, and like the similar type of name, like both start with an M or something like that. It can be, it can be confusing. Also, let me drink water. Same color. That's the same person now. I have the same problem on like Discord and stuff. If someone changes their name and like not even name, if they change their profile picture, I immediately forget who they were and I need to reconnect who they were. Like it's like I would love to remember them, but then it just goes away from my head and I forgot. Same, yeah, same. Relatable struggles here. I think we can delete this layer here. Yep. It's a bit too much on the right now. Like the hair at least. we're forged a bond with that specific profile picture. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, it doesn't help that I'm really bad at names in general. Like I just forget people's names. I just recognize them from like their voice or what they look like to a certain point. So it's kind of tough sometimes. Especially embarrassing if you're supposed to know someone, like they've been your friend for years, and then you just suddenly forget, and you're like, oh. Especially if you don't see them that often, like like for me, I need to start repeating people's names to actually remember. Because if I don't do that, it just goes away from my head, and then it's just gone. Like I don't know what there is about it, but that's just how it is. The struggle with names is real, definitely. I'm wondering if it's like something to relate it to how I am really bad at also remembering where to go, like left and right, and also numbers. Like I, I am literally the type of person who, when you're like, let's go to the right, I need to look at my hands, be like, okay, which one was right, and then I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, let's go. Maybe because I got the same problems I, yeah, or potentially, because I think a lot of problems they are kind of related to each other. Like if you have like a trouble with something else, you will probably struggle with this other thing as well. Like it's the package. So let's use a pink coloring for this again, or like a really bright red. The classic no VTubers without some mental thing. I mean, I haven't been like not properly diagnosed with anything, so it's like I am not openly anything. So, but I do have some struggles where I do relate to certain types of things where I'm like, yeah, that is very relatable. Like I do relate to with a lot of the like certain struggles. So okay, we gotta get that. Oh, I was like, where did the hand go? Oh, it's here. Well, maybe it could be interesting to someday figure out if there is something going on and what. But not really a priority of mine right now. New layer for the sleeve. Does that look alright? A little bit funky. That line was not aligning. Now it did. To some extent. But yeah, I've also like noticed there's a lot of like different sorts of people in in like the VTubing industry in general. I think that's a really neat thing because then you can find people who have similar struggles, or you can just relate to other people, and then you get to kind of feel a little bit more like you're not just kind of alone in your own troubles and that kind of stuff. So, definitely. I don't think like in public it doesn't really get talked about that much in general. I think it's gotten a little bit better, but it's still a little bit like it's not that talked about. So it's nice that there's people and creators online who can kind of be that kind of realization for other people, being like, yeah, this is just kind of how people are sometimes, and it's all right. Well, if I just copy the hand from the other one, I think that would work. We're kind of taking a lot of shortcuts this stream, but it's all right. Oh, it's not quite like that. Trying to normalize stuff. I like to be open about the things I struggle with so people know they're not alone. Yeah, that's a really nice way of doing things, I think. Because there's a lot of people who think that they have something wrong with them, but then it might be just something that there's just a little bit different. So it kind of can help people to be like, yeah, ooh, the hands are looking nice. Now for the hair. Oh, it just disappears sometimes. Let's use blue this time. I do also think it kind of helps me in general, since I do have like family members who've been like properly diagnosed with stuff. I'm not gonna like go into that like fully, but like yeah, like I've learned a lot from like how things are for them, and then like their struggles and that kind of stuff. And it's like there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that they do have to sometimes like go through and that kind of stuff. So I'm always like, it would be nice if things would be even better. So I'm getting so weirded out by the colors because they're clashing so badly. Yeah, isn't it like try to be the change in the world you want to see? I think that's how the saying goes. Heck yeah, yeah. Like I think awareness already is like a huge step. Should I switch my hair to blue? Maybe not quite. I like being a pink creature. That would be an evil version of me with the blue hair. But this is quite a nice blue. It's kind of cyan. Man, all the line art. It's not line arting. So maybe I leave the line arting for the, or maybe I do the hair. Just do, do, do. It's like I can't go for like too long with drawing, even though I would like to, since I do have some like hand trouble at some point. So it's like sometimes it's a bit nicer, sometimes it's a bit worse. So kind of always like being about that more than my own stamina to continue. So I might call it off now. Maybe like because I'm not quite happy with the hairline art here. So I might just delete that and let me just remember to save. But yeah. Oh, this looks so funny without the oops, let me get that back. Yeah, go out, take care of yourself, definitely. Health first, always, always. So something's going on with this, but it doesn't matter, we've saved it already. But this one is being saved. Yeah. But yeah, that has been a fun drawing stream. I probably the next one that I will do is gonna be with the fan art that I have here. Like I'm still gonna work on it a little bit since I want to make sure that we can do the coloring on stream since we only did the line arts for the previous two on stream. So it would be like a different process that you get to see with that. Since coloring is a bit different. I think it's a bit chiller and that kind of stuff. So definitely gonna look forward to that. This is kind of funny now to show because it doesn't have the lines. Uh, but yeah, thank you for everyone who joined, everyone who chatted, and everyone who has just been lurking, and everyone who is going to watch the video later. Always appreciate, and we'll see you later.